played the best 2 rounds of my life after this surgery. So I've shot two 79s and a 78. Oh, so that's impressive. I never broke 80 before surgery, so it's a huge improvement. If I give you lessons, it's gonna cost you. Hey, man. The week I try to play 9 holes every Wednesday. I try to play, and then try to get out on the weekends if I can. But if I feel like it's, you know, you can feel your body, trust your body. It tells you if it's.
I think it's a good, listen to your body is a big thing. I tell people to do, so it applies to where you want to be able to live your life. Like we did this, of course, to get the nerve pressure off, get your strength back. It's a way to live life. So I do want you to both be able to do your thing. You know, thinking about longevity, death, but also the element is nice so you can do stuff and not have to worry, right?
The emotional challenges, I think those were mainly on my wife. I think she took the surgery harder than I did.
No, she definitely did. I remember you were like, let's make this happen, let's go. And you know, any good wife, she wanted to, was like, hold on now, this is my boy, I'm taking care of here, so, you know.
And she took it hard, but she notices the difference as well. She immediately saw the improvement. When I first came in, I don't think I lift my left arm over shoulder height was about 8. So she was worried about that, and if I was ever going to come back and be able to have full function of my arm. So the rotation, I would say, actually improved.
Yeah.
Physically, I feel like it's less, but I think it's actually improved because I can actually turn and come through now versus initially I feel like I'm turning, but I'm not. It probably stops here. Now I can get all the way around without any pain and movement.
One thing, a lot of times with disc replacement, like when you have disc deterioration over time, things just get tight, and even though you like don't really notice it, things definitely get tight. So having disc replacement, you know, probably blessing in disguise in the sense of a lot of those other spots, like, you know, things have broken down over time and that herniation happened.
Yeah.
Having that trigger and loosening things up can help some of the other rotation. Like a lot of times people get feedback in this area when it comes to cervical disc herniation.
I think I dealt with it so long that I didn't know where the pain was. So it was just, I'd swing how it didn't hurt. So once it was fixed, it opened me up to swing easier, and I could actually get more movement. It's been here. Don't recommend putting it off. Get it looked at, get it fixed, move on. And I'm really glad you recommend getting the replacement of both discs instead of just the one. I thought that was mine. Oh, I think that was another big improvement.
Yeah.
To make sure it didn't happen again. I haven't felt any real issues since the surgery. To be honest, there's no scar.
I don't even notice that.
There is no scar at all. So it moved perfectly.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I mean, talking to you, hitting with you, and also looking at him like, I don't.
No, you would never know. There's not even a little nick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what you did, what kind of glue you used.
You know, a lot of times, and for good reason, this is a very visible area. So, you know, scar is something that people reasonably think about. Usually, when you tuck in this tiny little area and kind of put in line with the skin crease, you don't even notice it. So.
Yeah. Well, I know whenever I was.
I can't tell at all.
No, like I said, there's nothing. When I was checking out
on the other side you're pointing to, by the way, so.
It wasn't over here? I don't even know. I don't feel it, so I have no idea. Going to Colorado in September to go to Red Rock.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be our first time. We both want to go. So we're going in September for that. And going to North Carolina for a couple days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I highly recommend everybody doing the surgery. So if I can convince anybody to get it done or not put off, get looked at.
Yeah, don't fear the eval, right?
Yeah. once we saw you, I felt comfortable. I was probably gonna feel comfortable with anybody, but I think
Amanda, right? Yeah.
Amanda felt very comfortable.
Okay.
I mean, you obviously have a way with people as well, so you're really good at talking to them and talking over the issues that might come up. You know what to expect and explain to people. You know, took away my fears, the ones that I did have. Took away those, and he took away man. It's huge. Taking away man experience.
No, I mean, that's actually the family dynamic's critical. I see it time and time again where it really is I mean, obviously you were the star of the show, but it's a family issue, right?
Yeah, well, I think she was having the surgery first. If you would have seen us when we walked into the hospital, you would have thought she was having the surgery done. She was more nervous than me. I was like, all right, let's do this. And she was like, hold on, wait, don't we need to talk about this? We should do this. I'm like, oh, let's just go get it done. She's like, you're not worried? I'm like, no. I'm like, let's just go. I don't think he's gonna cut my head off. I'll be fine. She's like, you can be paralyzed. I'm like, I could, but I'm not going to be. You know, to me, I was already paralyzed. I was stuck in a movement of this. So to me, I already felt paralyzed.
I mean, the risk for you and for a lot of people, the risk of not doing surgery is so much higher than the small risk of surgery. Right? You know, not just 100%. There are always a potential risk, but they're really, really, really uncommon, especially with disc replacement. You know, 99% of the time it works out beautifully. Just like, you know.
It definitely worked out 100% for me.
I love it. Makes my job fun.